I don't know what else to do other than shake my head. I get heated in this one, just coming back from a little bit of a ride, and yeah, I get a little bit hot in this one. You might want to stick around and watch, but yeah, as I'm doing my video this morning with regards to how people are interacting with police, and I'm talking low IQ savages are interacting with police, then everyone's complaining once they get shot. Other people, mostly white liberal Karens, are all up in arms because criminals are getting shot. So as I'm doing that video, Toronto police follow a Mercedes into Mississauga. They shoot up the car with 4 Vikings in it. Stick around for that. One of the Vikings ended up passing away from lead poisoning. At the same time of that, Chief Myron Demkew was giving a press conference announcing to Torontonians in Canada that they arrested 2 suspects in the most recent US Consulate shooting, and they were Knights Templars. They were of an Anglo-Saxon clan. Stick around if you want an explanation on that. One was 19 years old and one was 15 years old, and they were both out on bail at the time of the shooting, and they also committed an arson. They're stealing multiple vehicles. Stick around. I tear into what's going on in this country pretty good, and it's the liberals' fault, not Pierre Poilievre, not conservatives' fault. So you don't like that? Too bad. Got some breaking news for you people, hot off the press. It's just been made aware to me that there has been arrests in the US Consulate shooting from a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. It's being reported that 2 Knights Templars were arrested in the shooting up of the US Consulate, 119, 115. Secondly, there has been a police-involved shooting in Mississauga, but the Toronto police, the TPS, was involved in the shooting. Just gotta wait for this guy here to get out of the bike lane. A white liberal Karen, people, was blocking the bike lane. She's a proponent for the bike lanes. Voted for Mayor Chow. So, the police-involved shooting, from initial reports, there was 4 in a stolen Mercedes, and 1 has been deceased by the police. They passed away from lead poisoning. Now, it's reported that the 4 people in the stolen Mercedes were a Viking gang. Vikings, if you can believe this. So, Knights Templars are being accused of shooting up the US Consulate, and Vikings are being accused of stealing a Mercedes, and I'm gonna have to assume that they tried to run some police over. Now, you know I'm only kidding, right? Nah, they were black and brown dudes. The Vikings, the Knights Templars, and the old-timey Irish gangs, Polish gangs, Jewish gangs, they're pretty much non-existent anymore. But the mainstream media would like you to believe that white nationalism, white supremacy, far right-wing extremism is perpetrating massive crime waves in this country, when, to speak very truthfully, which is what I'm doing, and I'm going to become even more so, it is the liberal-funded crime wave that the liberals have allowed to flourish in this country for the last 11 years. And there is no hiding from it. There is no running from it anymore. The liberals' house of cards is going to crumble. Now, I understand that there are many Kool-Aid drinking CBC consumption junkies that have lined up for 15 COVID booster shots that are not going to believe what I'm saying. But you're going to start hearing with more frequency some dewy truth bombs, because this absurdity of the mainstream media and the liberals and the millions of liberal delusional Karens that we have in this country, trying to mask the real problems that we have, It's coming. It's the house of cards is crumbling. We can't keep going on like this. We got to admit what is actually going on in this country, and it's liberal facilitated crime. They are allowing this. They have appointed liberal judges that let these criminals out. The 119 and the 115-year-old that are being accused of shooting up the consulate, the latest consulate shooting, were both out on bail. Now here's my prediction. Toronto Police Chief Myron Demkew is going to be replaced soon. And the reason he's going to be replaced soon, because he's going off script. He is being more critical of the judicial system. He is putting focus and emphasis on the illegal guns coming in from the United States. So Chief Myron Demkew, my hat's off to you. I give credit where credit's due. He's stepping up. He's had enough of it. And because of that, because the shot callers in this city and in this country come from China, and Demkew was obviously installed at one point by the Chinese Communist Party, but I don't know, maybe he developed a conscience as of late, and he knows he's on his way out. So he'll get the golden handshake, and they'll replace him with another liberal bot police chief. So happy trails, Myron Demkew. Your days are numbered, and at least you went out with a little bit of respect and dignity. Now, I've said this before, and I'm going to keep on saying it. The white liberal Karen and the beta feminized liberal Darren in this country are the biggest problem we have. I would not be shocked if I were to see liberal Karens going to our southern border at our ports of entry, at our land borders, making sure that all the people smuggling in illegal handguns have enough ammunition. I would not be surprised to see liberal Karens handing out ammunition like Halloween candy to all the people that are smuggling in illegal firearms from the US. Pretty absurd, right? Well, it's not so absurd. Did you see the videos of the white liberal Karens that were waving in the Moroccan invaders into Spain? Did you see the videos of that? These white liberal Karens are putting us all at risk. They're putting us all in danger. And I'm telling you, I'm charged up in this video. I'm doing a video this morning about how to stay alive with police interaction, and I'm touching on, and I'm yeah, probably be a shooting up here with some more Vikings and some white Anglo-Saxon tribes, yeah, clans. No, it won't be like that. I'm going over in my video at the with regards to how people are interacting with police and more or less inviting them to unalive themselves. While I'm doing that video, Toronto police in unmarked cars tail a stolen Mercedes into Mississauga, into a different jurisdiction, Peel jurisdiction, and they blast it out. They blasted up a Mercedes with four, I haven't seen their pictures, and we're not going to see their pictures. They're brown people, okay? Let's face it. They stole a car and they tried to get away. They tried to flee and they ran at a cop. So the cop has every right to start shooting, and that's what happened. And one of the punks that was out on bail, I'm sure they're out on bail, ankle monitor, whatever, was killed. That's the common story time and time again. So let's not sugarcoat this. Let's not say anything but what it is. It's a violent youth crime spree in this country that has been funded and propagated and allowed to go down in Canada by Justin Trudeau, by Mark Carney. Let's not call it anything else but managed decline, managed chaos, Cloward Piven strategy, overwhelm the judicial system, overwhelm the social infrastructures in the country, then collapse it. And that's what's going on. So when Myron Demkew's waking up, I can't even call him Dummy Demkew anymore. He's appearing to be, actually, he's a well-spoken guy. He's a well-spoken guy. And you know what? He is starting to talk the truth, and the truth is going to end up in an early retirement for him. So that's unfortunate, but you know, he knew the game before he signed up for it, before he entered the playing field. He knew what was going to happen. and he's had enough and whatever. So, to reiterate, it wasn't a Viking gang, and it wasn't Anglo-Saxon, it wasn't Knights Templars, it was no white supremacists, it was no Second Sons, Proud Boys. No, they're not the ones going on the crime spree shooting each other up. You know, you talk, I'm gonna talk some real straight talk to you. If you talk to black people from the Caribbean, they will not say anything good about black people from Africa. Go ahead, I know, because I've talked to them. I grew up in this, okay? They won't say anything good about it. There are people in this society that aren't going to integrate, they aren't going to assimilate, and they bring a low IQ, gangster, murderous, psychopathic mentality to the country. These people aren't vetted. These people come from a country that has been a murderous, warring country for 1,000 years. What do you think is going to happen when they come here? And the amount of weaponry they have access to is unlimited. So as much as Mark Carney and Gary Andesandri, Brown Spanky, and Justin Trudeau say, oh, let's take away all vetted and legal gun owners' guns, that ain't going to do shit. That ain't going to do shit. You know, did you know this? Did you know that the Toronto police, on average, confiscate 12 illegal handguns per day? Per day. That's from the mouth of former head of the homicide squad, Hank Azinga. 12 per day. And that number probably gone up. Maybe it's 15, 20 being taken off the street a day. So you imagine how many illegal handguns, burners are out there right now? It's in the hundreds of thousands. So now you take away all the legal hunters' guns and all the legal sport shooters' guns. Then you got 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 30-year-olds with 30 IQs going around with loaded high-capacity magazines with automatic switches on their Glocks, drum magazines, and fully automatic Chinese AK-47s. That's what you got out there. Yeah, here's a truth video for you. So, liberal Darrens, liberal Karens, your house of cards is going to come crumbling down too. You're gonna wish that you never adopted your stance with regards to open borders, with regards to defunding the police, with regards to propping up a non-existent racist mentality in this country. You're gonna regret your decision, just like you're regretting the 15 COVID shots that you got. Just like you're gonna regret when you lose your house. Your grandkids aren't gonna have an inheritance because that'll be taken away from them. It'll all be gone. So there's my truth bomb for Thursday afternoon. Leave any comments in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.